Okay, I've saved one of the best features for last. The last feature is Sim Dive. This is actually a great way to get familiar with your computer, its functionality, the warnings, and everything else. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is enter mode to get to the 3 mode screen, scroll to Sim, press mode to get to 2 Sim, and then scroll to Sim Dive. Selecting Sim Dive is going to get me into a sim mode. They give you a tank starting pressure of 2900 psi. I am in nitrox mode and have been set for a 32 mix, so all the data that I get in this will be based on a 32 mix nitrox dive. Again, you have to set that up in 2 places before entering Sim Dive to get that to happen. First, I have to go into my set and set my preference in the model and set my model preference to nitrox, and then I have to go into my set dive into the nitrox and set my mix. Now when I go ahead and I start descending here, you can see my depth start scrolling. You see my max depth starts going. This is all done in what we call faster than real time. So as we're watching over here, my air is going pretty quick. I've got my time is already up to a minute. Here, keep it there for a second and watch. You see I've got my no deco time displayed. Okay, take myself a little bit deeper. Alrighty, notice my mix has now shifted from my nitrox mix to air time. So now I've got a running total of what's going on in my tank, seeing how long my dive. Yeah, I could stay at depth and avoid decompression for 62 minutes, but my air is only going to last me for another 25 minutes. Okay, and as I'm going through my dive, if I had my tank alarm set, when I hit my tank alarm set point, that will alarm. Coming up, if you get yourself in an accelerated ascent, you can see my ascent meter popping up over there. You show you that if you try to run it up really fast, you'll get up into where it'll tell you to slow down. Okay, as we come up, there we go. I've got stop and 3 showed up here. This is recommending that I make a safety stop. Okay, it's not required. Stop is not required. If I see an indication in here that says ceiling means I have to stay below the depth indicated until the countdown timer here counts down to 0, and then after it counts down to 0, then I can move up. So since I don't have to stay, I will go ahead and get myself out of this mode. When you're in Sim Dive, the only little quirk about Sim Dive is you have to get yourself back to the surface before the quit comes up in the mode screen. And once you're in the quit mode for the mode screen, you can go ahead and quit out of Sim Dive and get myself back to the home screen.